Hey, what's going on with it? What's going on with y'all and everybody else? Um, yeah, real quick, I was just gonna manage to specify to say a few things, kind of like something like kind of like real fast. I was gonna mention that when I say that I come here and train mostly, it's kind of like it's self-explanatory because I be getting my shit right like I'm supposed to. And even though I come here about 7 days a week, ain't no thing really because I'm used to it because that's one of the hourly rates that I would manage to have to pursue because honestly, like it's kind of like honestly that's something I would do. So it's something I'm used to because that's one of the same temporary hours I work in my job. So it's kind of like I do this regularly. I'm making myself do this until further notice, until I do go back to work. I'm just doing the movement, just training, making sure that all my newer techniques have been fulfilled, and I practice every day, daily, on different things, multitasking skills and everything, just to make sure that I'm getting it right. But real fast, a few tips I can provide is when you use weights or do squats or anything, make sure you elevate your muscles. Make sure that you have good gripping sensation control over your muscles, because if you don't do it right, you'll end up struggling and you'll end up cheating yourself instead of treating yourself directly. So it's kind of like if you lift weights, make sure you use something that's less heavier before you can develop your strength, and something where it's it's a little bit heavy, but until you get the hang of increasing muscle endurance and everything. But for me, when I train, I do everything mostly. And just like when you saw me doing the wipe down techniques, it's kind of like I review everything that I go through and went through as far as with my struggles is concerned. So even if it looks weird, that's the idea. But I try to get some paper towels or napkins to make it look like I'm wiping something down, just to get into practice, but to do it faster. So it's kind of like when I'm lifting the weights, or if I'm laying on a bench, I put them on the floor and push them back and forth, just to just to move quickly and make sure I'm doing it right consistently. But the best part is which is to be explicit, it's kind of like when I wipe down certain things, I do it much faster like this, because I mean, you can say I'm work obsessed, but honestly, but for shit, for real, my job, working 5 hours a day, had motivated me and has made me get my shit right like I'm supposed to. It's made me feel like a professional instead of unprofessional. Oh, hey Mike, how you doing? What's up? Shit, ain't nothing. Just finishing up with my training, and I'm about to head on home and chill out, eat some dinner and whatnot. Oh, and as you can see, I got on a new jacket. That's something that my father had bought for me for Christmas, along with my other stuff. I thought I could style it up a little bit. I mean, it keeps me warm, but also I do have my hooded. I have my old hooded Army camouflage jacket on me, but I switched it up. I switched it up a little bit, make sure it keeps me warm. But yeah, those are one of the tips that I was providing a little bit. I'm providing for some that's interested in cardio fitness and whatnot. Not everybody is interested in working out and everything, but I guess it's like, until I go back to work soon enough, I'm just doing all this basically to get me sponsored and prepared for challenges, especially for school. Because when I go back soon enough, and when I do start my classes and courses, I want to make sure that I'm acclimated and I'm prepared. Because if I got to do everything all at once, I'm preparing myself for the unknown challenges. Because it's kind of like, since I've been working so hard, my skills and enthusiasm has improved. And I feel so proud of myself for doing all that, staying focused, staying assertive in everything. So I'm talking fast a little because it's like I don't want to be on live too long because my mom is going to be picking me up, and I want to make sure that I'm out there when she arrives. So I'm looking back and forth. But yeah, that's one of the few basic tips I wanted to provide. Also, one thing, the last tip. Anytime if you bend down, do like how I did, squat, like kind of like squat down. I'll show you. Squat down like this. Yeah, squat like that because it's good posture and good control for your legs instead of reaching down. Only reach down directly to get something if it's below you. Don't bend down like this because you'll contract your back and you'll hurt your back and you'll put a lot of strains on it. That actual technique that I learned was from my supervisor. So I use that as a basic exercise technique for when I'm doing stuff, like how you would see me go around in circles and rotate. I try to make sure that I'm doing it properly, so I won't contract my back or hurt my legs. Even if it hurts my legs a little bit, I mean, shit, I get used to it because it's hard work in progress. But it's a proper exercise for your leg and your legs and your back versus doing it all wrong. So I think it's kind of like your muscles would contract, but if you should only bend down like that, like I just showed you, only if something is closer to you to reach. But if it's all the way down, squat like this. Like bend down your legs. And then grab and then reach your arms out. Don't reach down to the point where you're gonna hurt your back. Reach down like this, like a regular squat. Do it like that, just like I showed you, because it's easier to do it like that than to bend all the way down, and then if you feel a crack and you're cracking pain in your back, then it's practically where you fucked your own back up, and you don't want to do that. So remember, bend down like this, only like that. If it's below you up here, like about closer like this, then you can stretch further and grab something. But if it's all the way down, bend down like this. Don't do like that, because you'll hurt your back and you'll hurt your legs too. So always bend down like this, because I know some of y'all are used to bending down like that, but that's where that's where people struggle, and I had to learn that technique from my supervisor. So there you have it. All right. Well, and if you're asking, am I done for the night? Yeah, I am. But I'm still coming back tomorrow. I'm just finishing up approximately by the time, because it's late, and I want to make sure I get home and relax. Make sure that me and my mom both get home safely. We're still watching out for the coronavirus, but I managed to tell her that I'm ready before 11, because it's like, since she's on a work schedule, I would want to make sure she attends to that by tomorrow, in case if it's necessary, which it is. Like, I wouldn't want to do things behind time. And one thing, as far as multitasking and training, like I've been doing for months actually, I feel so freaking responsible and so mature than before. I feel like I practically got it together a little bit. But yeah. All right. Well, see here. All right. Well, gotta go now. Remember my tips and follow up on it. And since the video will upload, take some notes and write it down if you have to, so you won't get confused. All right. Peace out, y'all.